In the fourth quarter, you were within, I think, 5 points, and they put together that 18-2 run. It was kind of similar to the 2 regular season losses here. How much did the kind of one-dimensional offense at that point feed into that breakdown?
Yeah, I definitely think it was a part of it. We weren't well tonight offensively. Out of rhythm, out of sync. We definitely didn't play the way we wanted to play, the way we planned to play, and I would say that for the entire game. We had a couple stretches where we played okay, but really didn't play the way we wanted to play offensively. Defensively, we weren't great either, but not a disaster. But just not a great game from us. We just didn't have our best stuff tonight, and we got a Game 7 on our home floor.
Ryan Lewis with the New York Post.
Hey, Steve. Obviously, you were in contact in the fourth quarter, but considering you knew how desperate this team was going to be facing elimination at home, I mean, in your mind, do you feel you kind of gave this one away really early from the start, giving them that big lead?
Well, it didn't hurt to have a tough start, for sure. It's a common theme here. We've given up tough starts. We've clawed back in, but haven't, had enough. And frankly, haven't played well here. You can point to a lot of things, and we definitely have a lot to clean up. And it was one of those nights where you could just tell we didn't quite have our fastball. So, but that's what this is all about: is persevering, is finding ways to come back and bounce back, and that's why we were able to push through and finish second in the East, so that we'd have Game 7 on our home floor.
Malika Andrews with ESPN.
Hey, Steve, I have 2 for you. First, I'm just wondering immediate thoughts on potentially how to slow Chris Middleton in Game 7. I know you haven't watched film yet, but...
I mean, obviously, we kind of let him out of the bag tonight. We just got to play better. I mean, we put him on the line when we didn't need to. We gave up a couple open shots in transition and on offensive rebounds, things like that get someone going. So, we got to take away some of those situations and just play a little better, a little harder, a little more concentration. And if we add it all up, I think we can do a better job.
Secondly, at least to my eye test, James looked to do what you said, feel like maybe he had tested it out and he knew what his limitations were and looked more comfortable. How did he appear to you?
Yeah, I mean, clearly he made some shots. He did some things. He certainly rebounds, assists, steals. So James was better tonight as far as what he was able to do. But it's tough. He's really limited, and it's not. He can't do a lot of things that he's accustomed to doing. So I'm grateful that it doesn't appear that he has any setbacks. And if anything, he played a little bit better. So. But a tough position for James, to be out there trying his best, trying to help his team and not be able to do or move the way he normally would.
Alex Schiffer with The Athletic.
Hey, Steve, I have 2 as well. It seemed like there were multiple times during the game where you guys would get within striking distance, make it 2 possessions, 5 points or so, and then they would go on that big lead, as Greg said. Do you chalk up maybe it being the energy exerted to get to that point as to them getting that big run right after, or maybe something else that led to that?
I would say that's fair. We didn't look like we had a ton of energy all night. I think we wanted it, we just couldn't find it. And when you can't find that rhythm, it makes it even harder. And so it's kind of chicken and the egg. Is the rhythm because you don't have the energy, or is it compounded? Because you don't have a rhythm. So. It was just not our best game. We didn't play well. Lots of things we could have done better, improved on for next game. But that, like I said, it's now about how we respond.
And then just the 3-point shooting, 9 for 30. You talked about not playing your best offensively. It seemed like you guys still got some decent looks throughout the game. Did you like the shot selections? I think some of those were forced at times.
Well, I mean, we didn't create I don't think the way we normally do, but we certainly had some good looks. I thought in particular in the first half and in stretches, we had a lot of looks that we just didn't knock down. But overall, I didn't like the way we played offensively. Like I said, we just looked a little slow, a little stagnant, and got away from what we do best. But you know, that's sometimes how it rolls in the playoffs, ups and downs. You have a great game, you come on their home floor, and things look different. And now we get to go back to our home floor and hopefully play our best game of the series.
Jared Greenberg with Turner.
Coach, you've talked a lot about the newness of this team and finding out about who you are throughout the course of this series. How much of those offensive struggles tonight would you attribute to that lack of chemistry that this team has?
I think only a little bit. I mean, I thought our chemistry's been really good. I just think we were in a situation tonight. Guys were, you know, I think a little fatigued. We didn't have our best stuff, and we just, you know, we're facing maybe a few too many things that were going against us, you know, in the big picture, you know. So that wasn't our best stuff. I don't know that it was chemistry. There's definitely aspects to our game that are difficult when there's so much change and so much newness. But tonight, it just didn't feel like we had the balance, the step, and that thrust that it takes sometimes to play offensive basketball.
Charles Gardner with the Associated Press. Charles, you're on mute.
Sorry about that. Steve, what about the fast break tonight? The fast break points were, I think, 26-4. How big was that?
Yeah, it definitely hurt us. You know, that's where they're really strong in transition. I thought we had some, you know, some problems getting back in transition. You know, we didn't create anything in transition, so that was a huge discrepancy that I thought really hurt us tonight. The slow start, the transition points, offensive rebounds, you know, you add it all up. It's tough to win that way.
Thanks so much, Coach. We appreciate it.